My dad retired at 65, and it was a wonderful celebration. I had the privilege of working alongside him for about 30 years in our family business. He represented the third generation, and I, the fourth. That year, at 65, he announced his retirement, and he did it. It was such a blessing to have shared so many working years with him, and even more so that he still enjoyed reasonably good health, allowing him and my mom to fulfill their dream of retiring to Florida. However, the retirement they envisioned, the one we're often told will be the best years of our lives, largely consisted of playing golf, relaxing, taking it easy, and, as my dad would say, enjoying the fruits of his labor after a lifetime of hard work. He went to Florida, played golf 3 days a week with his friends, had drinks, then lunch, came home for a nap, enjoyed a martini, and then took my mom out for dinner. This routine repeated itself 3 to 4 days a week, a cycle of rinse and repeat. On the other aberration, my dad's other days often felt aimless. No one had ever told him that life could be different in retirement. I truly believe that if he had the kind of framework that Jody and I have since developed for what we call the discovery years, and if he had been guided on what life could truly be like in this stage long before retirement, his experience would have been profoundly different. He was intelligent, engaging, and often the life of the party, but he didn't really prioritize his health as he aged. Frankly, it was heartbreaking to watch his decline. Between his retirement at 65 and the subsequent years, it felt like watching him fall off a cliff. His health didn't just stagnate, it steadily worsened each year. My hope in sharing my dad's mistakes and some of my own early missteps is that it can help us all reevaluate and realize that this stage can truly be the best time of our lives, where these discovery years can be truly amazing. The first critical point I want to discuss is sitting. Research increasingly shows that sitting is indeed the new smoking. It carries risks as serious as smoking cigarettes or excessive drinking. This sedentary lifestyle, where you spend too much time inactive, simply causes your body to decline, ultimately leading to a kind of physical shriveling. That's exactly what happened to my dad. He spent an immense amount of time sitting and watching TV. While he did play golf 3 days a week, that was largely the extent of his activity. When he wasn't golfing, he was glued to the television, either watching the stock market to monitor his investments, which, while not vast, caused him considerable worry, or constantly flipping between CNN, Fox, and NBC to keep up with world news. He didn't have a favorite channel, just a relentless need to know what was happening, leading to hours of sitting. Initially, when Jody and I first retired, I found myself falling into the same trap, spending a lot of time sitting. It wasn't until I started this business that I truly began to grasp the vital importance of getting up and moving. Now, when I work, for example, recording 3 videos, which takes about an hour, I'll then get up for 15 minutes, walk my dog Ruby, come back and do something else for another hour. On days when I'm not working, I'm at the gym, walking, playing golf, or enjoying pickleball, I make a conscious effort to stay active. It's a sobering fact that sitting for more than 8 hours a day increases your chance of death by 20%, almost as much as smoking. So we truly need to be mindful of this. Beyond sitting, another crucial insight I wish someone had shared with me is the urgent need to drastically cut back on alcohol and processed foods. While I don't smoke, so that wasn't an issue for me, the advice about diet and drinking is paramount. Growing up, my parents, whom I loved dearly and are both gone now, had a consistent diet that included regular Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chinese food on Sunday nights, or McDonald's. I fondly remember, at about 10 years old, loading into the station wagon, driving to McDonald's in Mamaroneck, putting down the tailgate and eating our hamburgers and French fries on it. It felt like a big night out. So, I became accustomed to that kind of food and enjoyed it. My parents maintained similar habits, essentially having one of the unhealthiest diets imaginable. They cooked with a lot of butter and Crisco oil and never transitioned from highly processed foods to natural meats and vegetables, relying heavily on takeout. Takeout, of course, often contains excessive salt, and ultra-processed foods are incredibly detrimental to our bodies. Perhaps people did tell me this over the years, but I frankly wasn't paying enough attention. The reality is, too much drinking and junk food can genuinely derail your life. I've personally stopped drinking altogether, a journey that has evolved over the past decade, and I don't intend to drink again, certainly not today. I grew tired of the hangovers and the lethargic feeling it brought. In my 30s and 40s, I drank quite a bit, often for business reasons. But at this stage of life, it's absolutely essential to focus on your diet, your sitting habits, and your alcohol intake, because these factors profoundly impact not only your longevity, but also your overall health span. My personal physical wellness vision, which I've mentioned before, is to remain physically independent at the age of 90. So we've discussed sitting, junk food, and excessive alcohol, all crucial areas for self-improvement. The next important point to consider is the danger of drifting through your days without purpose. I understand how easily this happens. Just yesterday, I was talking to one of my sons, who is 35. When I asked him what he was doing at 3 p.m., he admitted, "You caught me. I'm sitting on the couch doom scrolling." He'd been at it for about an hour, explaining how the news is crazy and he got sucked in. I've taken my own steps to combat this by deleting Twitter and TikTok from my phone, as I recognize the need to prevent myself from falling into that trap. I have a good friend, 74 years old, whose wife and he spend a lot of time sitting. They live an unhealthy lifestyle with little walking, poor eating habits, and frequent drinking. Additionally, he dedicates 4 to 5 hours a day to TikTok. He's not necessarily proud of it, but he tells his children and me about all the things he learns, while also expressing a desire to stop, but not knowing how. The simple truth is, if you're spending a significant portion of your day aimlessly wandering through social media, you need to delete those apps from your phone. A powerful antidote to this bad habit is to introduce some genuine structure into your day. Try waking up at the same time every morning. Start by drinking 12 ounces of water, then take a few moments to journal. Write down 3 things you're grateful for, 1 self-affirmation, something you genuinely like about yourself, and 3 things you're excited to do that day. These small actions will help keep you motivated throughout the day and prevent you from drifting aimlessly, wondering what to do next. You can't solely rely on your partner to fill your days. You need to cultivate structure in your own life to avoid this retirement drift. I know this drift occurs because when you leave your career, you often lose a sense of purpose and are suddenly faced with an abundance of free time. Many also find they've lost connections with friends left behind at work, leaving them unsure of their next steps. Therefore, consciously build structure into your days to avoid feeling lost. The fourth major issue, one we absolutely must not underestimate, is loneliness. It's a startling and scary truth that I learned a couple of years ago. The highest rate of successful suicides occurs among men over the age of 65. Men, in particular, face significant challenges with loneliness. We often tend not to make an effort to meet new people, step out of our comfort zones, or join new groups because it's difficult and we're hesitant to be vulnerable. We struggle to listen effectively and simply don't want to put ourselves out there. However, if you are experiencing loneliness, you must take action. You need to find a way to talk to someone, and if your loneliness is severe, seeking therapy or professional help is highly advisable. Being lonely is as detrimental to your health as smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day. So imagine if you're lonely, eating junk food, drinking too much, and sitting excessively. These 4 compounding factors will significantly shorten your life, make it less fulfilling, and frankly, much scarier. Never underestimate the problem of loneliness. If you're feeling it, you must find a way through it. Finally, we come to sleep, which is arguably one of the most important aspects of my daily life. Every morning, I review my sleep data from my Oura ring. Jody and I have both used these rings for 5 years, and they meticulously track our sleep quality, duration, and even how much we move at night. Sleep is a huge focus for us. I personally need between 6.5 to 7 hours of sleep to ensure I have a good day. If you're struggling with sleep, you absolutely must dedicate time to addressing it. The core problem with inadequate sleep is that you'll consistently wake up feeling groggy, struggle to concentrate, and then likely fall into the trap of a sedentary lifestyle, poor eating habits, and possibly excessive drinking. To achieve a good night's sleep, it's vital to establish a consistent bedtime and wake-up time every day. Moreover, having a morning plan is key. I call mine my ritual, which includes drinking water, journaling, and going to the gym. If you're not getting to the gym, or at least taking a walk first thing in the morning, you'll likely struggle to sleep because your body isn't generating enough energy and isn't physically tired. This lack of activity leads to lethargy and won't bode well for your overall well-being. Therefore, sleep is absolutely critical for a healthy and long lifestyle. By the way, below this, the first link provides access to our health and wellness checklist. Please grab it if you haven't seen it before. It's an incredibly useful tool for assessing your current health and wellness status. So, download that now. Alright, let me address a few questions that our team compiled from our YouTube channel. Here's one from George, who is 68 years old, asking, "I've worked my whole life. How do you even begin to figure out purpose at this age?" It's an interesting question. I read a newsletter this morning that suggested people sometimes overthink the word purpose, often tying it to a job or specific task they need to perform. The newsletter wisely advised, you know what, make your life your purpose. Don't imagine there's some grand magical thing you have to find. While there is certainly a necessary component of serving others and feeling good about helping people, whether through volunteering, starting a YouTube channel, or writing a book, your purpose should fundamentally be about your life, your physical wellness, your mental wellness, and your relationships. If you dedicate effort to improving these three categories, you'll suddenly find yourself feeling great, sensing you have purpose, and having friends to connect with. I believe people sometimes complicate this concept so much that they end up feeling like they lack purpose. But truly, your life is your purpose. Write down the 10 things you love most about your life and aim to do those things tenfold. Ensure you're spending time on what matters to you. Is it family, friends, golf, volunteering? When you bundle all these things together, that can be your purpose. So try to think of it that way. Next, we have Susan, who is 66 and says, "My health isn't what it used to be. How do you turn things around without feeling overwhelmed?" While I don't know the specifics of your health situation, one excellent starting point for turning things around is to use that health and wellness checklist I mentioned earlier. It's available in the link below. This checklist can help you assess where you currently stand. Beyond that, schedule a visit with your doctor, get updated blood tests, and really pinpoint what the health challenges are so you can actively work on them. Then, focus on what you can do, even if your health isn't what it once was. For instance, if you're carrying a little extra weight and want to lose some, dedicate some time to that. I know dieting can be hard, and there are new options like Ozempic if your doctor suggests something like that, but I don't know your situation. However, there are solutions. Most importantly, avoiding a sedentary lifestyle, ensuring you're getting out and exercising, eating properly, and paying attention to your alcohol intake. All of these habits will profoundly impact not only your daily energy, but likely your overall health as well, so give those things a try. Here's Carol, 67, saying, "My husband and I are together all the time now, and it's harder than I thought. How do you keep the marriage strong?" This is a very common issue in the United States. While the overall divorce rate in America is actually down, the divorce rate for people over 60 has risen dramatically. This surge occurs because couples suddenly find themselves together 24/7 after often spending 30-40 years apart, while careers and family responsibilities kept them busy. Jody and I certainly struggled with this dynamic at the beginning of our retirement, but we found our way through it. We work on this YouTube channel together. I handle a bit more of the technical aspects, tinkering with analytics and such, which I enjoy. We also play pickleball and golf together. However, I think the real key is that we've cultivated both shared interests and maintained separate activities. Jody has her women's golf league and I have my men's golf league, plus a men's group where I meet for coffee every 2 weeks. It's incredibly important to have things you do together, but equally important to have things you do apart. The best place to start is to sit down, have an open conversation with your husband, and talk about your individual plans, goals, and what you'd each like to be doing in this phase of life that maybe isn't happening now. Then, collaboratively find some things you can do together. What's really cool is to find one new thing to start as a couple. For example, if neither of you has ever played pickleball, take it up together. You'll both be beginners, learning and growing side by side. If he's already an expert and you're not, that can create imbalance. Or, if you've never been to the gym before, join the YMCA or Silver Sneakers program together. Doing it as a pair can become your thing. I hope that advice is helpful. Finally, we have Frank, who is 65 years old and states, "Everyone around me says retirement is about slowing down, but that doesn't feel right. How do you push back without looking crazy?" That's a fantastic comment and question, because Jody and I encounter similar sentiments. We often hear from people in our lives, and even in YouTube comments like, "You guys are too structured," or "You spend too much time planning and figuring things out. Why can't you just sit back, relax, and take it easy?" Well, I'll tell you exactly why. Because that approach ultimately hastened my dad's decline. I absolutely do not want that fate. I refuse to let this phase of my life be cut short simply because I didn't plan, didn't make different choices, didn't exercise, didn't stop drinking, or didn't stop eating processed foods. While all of that might sound like a lot, and certainly we don't do everything perfectly, the overall message of our videos remains consistent. We wake up, follow our rituals, work on a few key things, but also intentionally plan days where we do absolutely nothing. I think the people who are critical of your new, healthier lifestyle, those who prefer to go out for lunch, drink, and spend the afternoon at a bar, might not be the best influences for your path. You have to decide if these are still the people you want to spend your time with. That choice is entirely up to you. But you should never feel bad about embracing the practices that Jody and I advocate and share on our YouTube channel, practices designed to live a better, more successful discovery year phase. So I want you to truly consider that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to watch this next one. 9 things you should stop doing after 61. It will really help you maintain momentum and keep going. This video is a good start. The next one will truly elevate things to the next level. So watch it next.